Good morning, everybody. Hope you all having a great day and enjoying yourselves. Alright. Hmm. you know, I guess we will see how well this is working today in the rebroadcast. Oh, what a day it's been already. Hell, what a week it's been. Now, I wanted to take a few moments to welcome everybody that might be popping in a little bit later. Hope you're having a great week. The weekend is almost here, babies. And I thought we would start the show off by talking the lifestyle and dating. Huh. Wonder why the show is no data. No data. Alright, well, let's see here. Can't really be concerned. I think there we go, we're bouncing back and forth. Now, for those of y'all that might be having a little difficulty with the reception, keep in mind that I am broadcasting out of the hotel again. So the internet connection can be a little up and down, but we'll try to muddle through it. Alright? Well, let's see. The first thing I want to talk to you all about as far as lifestyle is this. Dominance. What is it? Well, let's start off with a simple terminology. Dominance in its essence is leadership. I'm stepping in when you need to rectify a situation, to control it, to settle it down, and to steer it in the right direction. Too many of you all that are just not coming into the lifestyle, you're taking it for its sexual nature. Yes, the kink aspect of it is a part of the lifestyle. However, it is not what drives the lifestyle, in my opinion. It's about leadership. It's about, like I said, being able to steer a situation into the right direction. Because sometimes when you are surrounded by people who lack confidence in themselves or just don't really know what to do in a particular situation, you've got to step in, place your hand over the issue, per se, and push it in the right direction that you think it should go. And it takes a very strong personality to do that. Someone that is very secure in themselves. Now, what do dominants want? One thing that is not really talked about that much in the lifestyle, hardly ever brought up, quite honestly, and I think it's a shame, is we want to be able to enjoy our submissives. Now, I know a lot of you all out there, when you hear the word enjoy, you're going to automatically assume, oh, he's talking about a session play. No. Do you all not understand that not everything is geared around sexual play or a session in that regard? I'm going to tell you why. As a dominant, it takes a lot of energy to get through a day. Even on our best days, we're burning up a whole lot of energy just to get through one task to another task. We had to have that measure of control in everything we do. So when we're sitting there with our submissives or our littles, what have you, our slaves, we want to be able to enjoy them. And that means being able to laugh, joke around, have fun. Doesn't always have to be sexual in nature. I mean, you reach certain stages in your life where sex is very important, in a certain point in time in your life, and then you'll reach that other stage on the flip side of that where it's take it or leave it as long as I got good company. That's all that matters. When you're young and you're dumb, yes, sex is the only thing, yay, woo woo. Or when you're inexperienced. Dominance, we want to be able to enjoy our submissive. We want a submissive that's secure in themselves, that we can leave them alone and they'll be alright. Which is going to lead us right into our next little point on topic. How to deal with a clingy sub or little. Well, okay. Sometimes the clingy subs or littles, they'll send you little text messages, maybe with a picture involved or a little statement that is based and engineered to excite a certain type of response in you. From a dominant point of view, if you do not respond the way they feel you should respond, then they're going to take that as a sign of rejection. When that is not always the case. As a dominant, we dictate on how we respond to certain things, not the submissive or the little. It is not their place. But you will have these submissives sometimes try to top you from the bottom. They try to control their narrative. If you have the talk at some point in time, and I suggest you have that in the very beginning of what your expectations are, then you'll get the idea. You'll know what to expect. If they send you a provocative picture, and you're in the middle of doing something or what have you, and you do not, now this is for certain types of submissives and littles, and they don't get their desired response, then they're going to get whining, and they're going to start complaining about this, that, and the other. It never fails. They'll try to make you feel guilty in a way of, you don't love me no more, or you don't love me like I love you, blah, blah, blah. Or they'll start doing little things when you're out in public with them, or even behind closed doors, to ignite some type of other type of response. Excuse me. My point is this. As a dominant, it is our responsibility to make sure that we are not allowing ourselves to be put into a toxic relationship. It is not good for them, it is not good for you. If you are allowing your submissives to kind of lay their own foundation to what is expected, and you allow them to continue with that kind of behavior, then you are setting them up for a greater fall down the road. You are not being a leader. You're being an enabler. You're doing more harm than good. Sometimes the truth will hurt, but the truth will always set you free. Sometimes the truth will destroy fantasies. But then again, some fantasies need to be destroyed in order to build a solid foundation. And that's going to lead us right back into our next little point on this whole discussion, and that is intimacy. When you open yourself up to certain people, or when you open up yourself up to anyone, no matter what the lifestyle is, you are bringing yourself in for a level of discomfort, and you are giving people the power to hurt you, whether you want to admit that or not. And that is a level of intimacy a lot of people are not comfortable with. You've got to be able to, how can I put this? You gotta be comfortable within your own skin, alright? If you're not comfortable in your own skin and you don't love yourself, how you expect somebody to be comfortable with you and love you? Now, dating, well, I've said this time and time again, and I'll continue to say it. Second Life is not a dating app. It is not farmers.com or insert any type of dating service in it you want. However, in Second Life, there seems to be a lot of people who use it as such. Now, we talked about this a little bit yesterday about how, your expectations of a reality relationship and an unnatural relationship need to be curbed a little bit. And they do. It is okay to have a relationship outside of the Second Life. And you know what? That leads me on to something else real quick. We were also talking about how a lot of you all like to refer to Second Life as being a game. Well, I got news for you. Everybody pretty much refers to Second Life as a game. If you go into your settings when you're getting ready to go live, or you make a video, or what have you, when on YouTube and you're using Second Life as the platform or the launching point, there's little categories you select underneath entertainment or what have you. Second Life is listed as a game, people. So what does that tell you? That is, well, I'll tell you what that tells me. That tells me that is the overall perception of what Second Life is. The sooner you all get used to that concept, the better. Now, a lot of you all in the past have asked, why don't you list your content underneath that category? Well, because it's not a game. The content that I'm creating is not a game content. It is for entertainment. And yes, I will throw it underneath. I experimented with that little gaming little category. Didn't really see any increase or decrease in overall views. What brings you traffic into YouTube, as far as your content is concerned, is the amount of views. For example, when you do a video, it doesn't matter whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or however long, YouTube wants the viewer to stay on the platform. So, as a content creator, our goal should be to create content that's going to lead him into another one, then another video, then another video. That's what sets the algorithms off on YouTube. Okay, people? It doesn't matter really what category you're putting your topics under. Yes, it helps you in search if you're doing those search things. But I digress. Okay? It's the only reason why I brought that up is because of what I just said. YouTube views Second Life as a game. Everybody, every content, you might not even be thinking about it. They might not even want to admit it to you. Bear it down quietly. Yes, we're all just playing in a virtual world. Living out a fantasy game. Trying to mold our reality in here to what it wants to what we want it to be in here. To help give us a break from the trials and tribulations that we experience in the real world. We all have our own truth to a degree. And as long as we're not breaking any laws of a biblical nature, in my opinion, and we're not doing something that's going to end up causing harm to anybody else, then we all should be free to do whatever we want to do to a degree. I mean, we have rules and laws in place because they should be in place. And for those of y'all that are just tuning in, hello there, Mama Drew. Good morning to you. So glad to have you. Now, today's topic is lifestyle and dating. If you're just not tuning in, go ahead and rewind back to the beginning and catch what I said earlier. But, we're at this point now where you're also dealing with a generational gap. Okay? When you're 20, you think a certain way, you act a certain way, versus how you think in, how can I put it? Versus how you think and act when you're my age or older. I mean, because you go through life experiences which mold your own reality and how you deal with certain things. I am so glad to see you there, Mama Drew. I hope you had a great night. Anyway, now getting back to we've covered what doms want. We've covered the intimacy level. We covered how to handle a clingy, submissive / little. So if there's any questions that you have pertaining to our particular topic today, then shoot them to me in the chat and I'll address them. This whole platform of mine is to help you learn and to survive in this cruel, hard world. Well, I'm glad it is there, Mama Drew. I'm glad it is. Now, see, there are people. Mama Drew is a loyal fan of the Jack Batson show here in Jack's World. She is here practically every time I go live this week. She has been here. And I appreciate that. I applaud you. Ah, yes. The lifestyle gets a bad reputation for being a place where people can get abused and whatnot. What I am trying to get across is the lifestyle is not all about sex. Okay? It is never all about sex. There is kink play involved, yes. But that's only for bedroom play and acting out scenes. Now, in my opinion, the lifestyle is much more than that. Like I said in the opening part of the show, dominance is about leadership. And when you're dealing with brattiness, now don't get me wrong, being bratty at times can be a good thing. It can be fun, it can be exciting, it can be very entertaining. But when you run into the danger zone is when they're not understanding what is what. And what I mean by that is, okay, you're standing here, you're enjoying each other, you're having fun, but yet you give them an assignment, I won't use the word order because in the virtual setting, they still have the free will to whether they want to do it or not. And there's really not too much you can do about it. So we'll just say an assignment. If they don't feel like doing that assignment at that point in time, they might pout, kick their little feet, and go, but why? Or some little annoying little thing like that. Which will, can be okay for a little while. But if they keep doing it, then it becomes a problem. And like I also was referring to earlier in the show, when they send you a text message, whether it be, a certain word or a sentence or even a picture for that matter, and they don't get the desired response, then they take that as a sign of rejection when that's not always the case. Okay? We do not, how can I put this? Okay. They do not dictate on how we respond to them. Okay? We dictate on what a good type of response is. Not the other way around. Okay? Not the other way around. And what did I just hear here? Oh, I see. Now, welcome there, Anita. Well, she finally shows up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Now, like I was sitting there saying in the beginning of the show, for those of y'all just now joining in and tuning in, feel free to back it up and start the show from the very beginning. Because I don't really want to have to repeat myself over and over again. But anyway, hello there, Anita. How are you?
Oh, doing good.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Alrighty, now, where was I? Okay, first one I do. Alright. Now I just lost my whole train of thought. Wonderful. Alright. Well, like I said in the beginning of the show, we were talking about dominance. What is it? How to deal with clinginess and its submissive in a little. And then the whole world of intimacy. So, since you're just now popping in, Anita, and I'm just giving you a quick rundown, what are your thoughts on those categories in an overall general type sense?
Well, uh, I honestly, whether it's a sub or any
It's a sub or what?
or a vanilla relationship, sub, power exchange or vanilla, it gets old after a while being clingy. I mean, you guys don't have your own time, your time to process your own thoughts without somebody being right there and interfering.
Mm-hmm. Now, I was also referring to how
Uh,
they sometimes don't get the desired response from a text message, whether it be with a picture or a word, sentence, what have you. Oh, we had somebody else popping in. Let's see who that is.
Mama Drew.
Mama Drew, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you. How you doing there, Mama Drew? I see the dot above your head. I'm assuming you can hear us. If not, you're hearing us through YouTube. But if you don't have a mic and you can't talk, well, typing is allowed here as well, just as long as you can understand what we're saying. Okay, I'm going to have to turn off the busy so her chat will show up. Alright.
Well, she's typing in local, and she does have her little speaker dot. So, She should be able to hear us.
Well, I'm glad you're doing well there, Mama Drew. Well, you're looking quite lovely. Both of you all are looking lovely today. How's
Thank
y'all's week
you.
been?
Uneventful.
Uneventful. Oh, you sound like a woman that's gotten bored.
No, it's just uneventful. I've been reading mostly, other than working. Sometimes reading and working.
Oh, wow. In other words, you're saying you can chew bubblegum and walk at the same time.
Occasionally.
Oh, no plans. So, do you go to church every Saturday or every Sunday there, Mama Drew? You know, in like yesterday's show, you were, was it yesterday's show or the day before show, you were commenting how you didn't get to go to church. Oh, I'm sorry you were sad.
Wasn't that on Wednesday?
It might have been on Wednesday. Oh,
That's what I
okay.
thought.
For anybody else that is tuned in, welcome. We are down here at the studio. If you're a Second Life resident, shoot me an IM or send or say something in YouTube chat, and we will send you a teleport. Or you can always hit us up in World, and we'll take care of you there as well. All right. So before we get too sidetracked here, let's try to get back on topic. Now, what
Okay.
is your all's opinion in lifestyle and dating, referring to Second Life anyway?
Well, I mean, as long as it's consensual, it doesn't really matter what my opinion is. I think it's not really so much about the lifestyle anymore as much about the kink.
Well,
At
when you're
least
referring
just
to
from
Second Life,
the
it's
people I've been around.
in Second Life, it's all about the kink. Quite honestly, it's not about the lifestyle at all. It's about, oh, who can I get tied up today, and what can I do in order to push their boundaries?
Hmm.
Well put there, Mama Drew. You know, you gotta have the talk and get everybody on the same page.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, now this is a new experience for the show. I've never had local chat popping up on the screen at the same time as doing the show. So if you're having a hard time seeing it on the video aspect of it, let me know for future reference so we can maybe do something a little bit differently. But yes, if you have a hard time speaking on voice and you're down here at the show, you are going to be allowed to type. I just got to know how to position camera angles and etc. etc. Oh, look at those little hands just going a mile a minute. Woo! Just giving you a hard time there, Mama Drew. You know I like you, but pick on you. 81 you feel comfortable with. That's fine with me. How about you, Anita?
Yeah. I'm actually typing a response to Epi at the moment. She's like, "Oh my gosh, where you been?"
Well, she's more than welcome to come down too if she wants. The more the merrier. Yeah, that's because I'm on an internet. The internet connection's through a Wi-Fi on a hotel, so yeah, it's not really the strongest. So bear with that a little bit. I noticed that earlier how it was kind of glitchy. Although today is the first day that I noticed it really having a whole lot of issues. It's been pretty good so far this week. Oh, excuse me. Could be the time of day too. Although it says my connection is excellent, so okay, let's see here. You know how hotel connections can be. They're never as good as it is when you're at home. Alrighty, so Mama Drew, do you have any experience in the lifestyle? Oh, you do? What kind of experience is that? You are a submissive little. Now that's going to be an interesting combination. Oh, Anita, our potential daughter. No, just kidding.
Goodness. We're trying to rope Snooki into being the kid. Now Mama Drew. So, see, now this just means that we have to have twins.
Say it again.
I said this means that we have to have twins because Snooki is the bratty, mischievous type, and Mama Drew's the angel. Goodness.
Oh me, oh my, oh my. Well, it's
Type
good
of
to
stuff
have
you
both
get
of you all
yourself
on the
into.
show for a change.
Should get Snooki on the show to talk about her twins.
Oh, good lord, yeah.
The,
Can you just
the
imagine
red-headed evil duo.
that?
I I'm gonna teleport.
Okay, you are.
I
There's
behave.
no need to be jealous, Mama Drew. I'll be gentle.
No worries. You'll get used to the being on here after a while. I was very nervous and didn't really talk much at first either, so.
Yeah, I remember that. Then you came out of your little shell.
But I'm like that with any situation. I tend to sit back and be quiet and be a bit shy. And then once you get to know me, I'm pretty loud and obnoxious.
Yeah, I can testify to that. You have a hiding spot, do you? Before it's all said and done, I'll know it.
We tried to go to Japan the other day when she was on Wednesday during my lunch break, and uh, she was
Oh, how
lagging
was
a little
that
bit too
little
much
trip?
there. Oh, it lasted for all of like a minute before I crashed. But I see the cutest little anime Abby there. She was so cute.
Oh, she was she?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's nice
Looked
that you
like she
two.
was straight out of a comic.
It's nice that you two are sitting hanging out together. I like to see that.
Yeah, she was so adorable, wasn't she?
So, Mama Drew, you were talking earlier about how you do a little bit of building. Um, you mentioned something about how you were offering to help out with the build. Now, it's not that I don't know how to do the windows. It's just I just haven't had time to do the windows. You can build bikes. Oh,
All right,
hurry back.
hurry back. But yeah, I didn't really get a chance to look around. I definitely want to go back and look around a bit. It looked interesting.
Oh, that's cool. So you've been staying out of trouble.
Yeah, I've been mostly reading. Right now, I'm reading a werewolf book.
A werewolf.
Hmm.
Uh-oh.
What's uh-oh?
Werewolves and vampires don't really get along.
I'm a hybrid. I'm both.
Uh-huh.
And it just depends on which mythology you follow.
Right. You little brat.
Uh,
And see there, ladies and gentlemen, Anita is a classic brat. But I've
mm-hmm.
trained her well enough to not be so clingy.
Oh. Okay then.
Say that again?
I said, okay then.
Oh, you know you love it.
Yeah, yeah, I do.
So what's Effie doing anyway?
She is waiting for Dave to get online.
Well, Dave is more than welcome to come over too. If they can handle the heat.
I think it's more less whether we can handle their potty mouth.
Welcome back there, Mama Drew. Hope you're doing
Welcome
alright.
back.
Now, I think if they popped in here, they would be a little too busy and dirty little IMs through the voiceover
Well,
notes.
it wasn't really them that was doing it the last time that we got
Oh,
together. It
true.
was Nitro. Well, it wasn't really even Nitro. It was RV.
Yeah, RB was going through an issue back then. I think she was just acting out, quite honestly.
I think she was trying to keep his attention focused on her, and that's why she was acting the way she was. But she was going about it way too aggressively.
Right. So your sister coming into SL there, Mama Drew?
Oh, nice. Gonna show her the ropes. Has she ever been on SL before?
Good luck with that one.
That's okay. When I taught. It took me forever to talk Snooki into finally coming into SL. Now she's fully addicted, but I showed her around and showed her how to do everything initially. Now she's way better at it than I am.
Oh, is she now?
Hmm. Well, she's been around more than I have too. I've gone long instances of time without being an SL.
Wow, she TP'd in her
She's
naked.
never quit.
Now
No,
she's
she's wearing
clothed.
clothes.
Now she's clothed, yeah. Hello there, Effie.
Happy.
How you doing? Welcome to the show. You may sit down if you
Sure,
like.
yeah, you can voice or type. It's up to you. Hey, and there's Dave.
Hello there, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Good to see everybody. Now, the original topic of today's show was, the lifestyle in dating. Now, in the beginning, we were talking about what dominants want, the whole intimacy level, and how to deal with a clingy brat or little.
Or, well, just clingy sub.
Well, true. They all kind of like fit into the same category overall. So if y'all have any thoughts on that, feel free to speak up and join in the conversation. You can voice or you can type either one you like. Whatever feels comfortable for everybody here involved. You been doing all right, Dave?
Dave, Epi, this is Mama Drew. Mama Drew, this is Dave and Epi.
Hi, Mama Drew.
How's everybody doing?
Nice to meet you.
She can hear you, but I don't think she feels too comfortable in voicing at the moment, so she might be doing more typing than anything else. And I'm trying to get the camera angles. Let's see here. Move this over a little. Bring it up here. There we go.
So, Epi, what is your opinion on clingy relationships?
Oh, that should be interesting.
Like, unfortunately, I guess I'll say I'm very clingy.
Oh, really?
So I don't know.
Well,
Now, clingy and clingy, there's two different. There's clingy when you're around them, and then there's clingy constant.
that's a way to
Like,
put it.
you constantly want to know what they're doing. You're 24/7 you're IMing them or texting them or by their side. They cannot breathe without you there. Is that the type of clingy you are?
I don't mean to be because I've had clingers and it like suffocates me and it's annoying.
Exactly.
But
That's my
but when I'm in love, I'm very, very clingy.
Mhm.
So I'm that one that always has to be with Dave and constantly talking to him.
Right.
Yes, but you
And
don't
I
care
get
like
that.
about asking me, "What are you doing right now? Where are you?" You don't do that kind of stuff. That's
Because we're
different.
always
What
together.
I need is,
We're always
I mean, yeah, I guess. But even if we aren't, you're not consistently like asking me, "Where am I?" or "What am I doing?"
See, so she's not as clingy as she's claiming.
I think I am.
I don't think she's as clean as she claims to be.
Because he
But-
instantly got what I was
You
saying. 'cause
are.
That's
You just
exactly
feed
what I
my
was referring to.
clinginess.
No, I mean I understood what Anita was saying, but to your own defense, I mean, but you're not like that because that can get like suffocating for 100%. But you're not
Right?
really like
That's
that. I mean,
exactly
Most
what-
definitely.
granted, we talk a lot. She knows my schedule, like really, really well. So that could be the reason why, but I don't really think that's the case because then she could have still been like, "Oh, where are you?" She could have not believed me that I'm
Mhm.
working, you know. So that's the kind of cleanness that Anita's talking about, and you're not like that
Exactly. Exactly. Because there's a difference between talking with each other and communicating with each other and spending time with each
Mhm.
other and clinging. There's a huge difference.
at all. Right.
And you gotta have that
And I'm not spending
trust.
time with you.
Without trust, you got
Mhm.
nothing to build
I
on
love
at
spending
all.
time with you.
Oh, how sweet.
you melting Jack now, baby.
But I think that's one of the things. If you really look at the people who are super clingy like that, there's a huge lack of trust, and that's the reason they do that. They're constantly
Exactly.
wanting to know where you are because in the back of their mind, you're cheating on them or about to cheat on them or something along those lines.
So I'm not clingy because of that. I'm just clingy because I want to
I
be
know
with
you're
him
not.
all the time.
I know, but the type of cling that we're talking about is two completely different things.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Uh, See, I love your clinginess because it's not the
Hmm.
type of clinginess that she's talking about.
That's-
Certain types of clinginess, shows that you care, you want to spend time with the person. Others
Right.
just shows that you want to control the person.
Exactly.
That's not you, man.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Now, I've had relationships in the past where they would sit there and they get so clingy and so upset because they've been taking care of real life and not be around for like a couple of days. But oh, they sit there and start freaking out. Where the hell you at? Who you fucking and all that shit. And like, we ain't gonna deal with that. Bye bye. And there's a lot of second life relationships turn out to be that way because it goes right back to the whole trust issue. There is no real trust there. Now, you also have people who, after 5 minutes on a first date, or because they like the sound of your voice or whatever, oh, I'm so in love with you. I feel like I've known you my whole entire life. You gotta run from that crap right then.
Yeah, 5 minutes after meeting somebody, they're in love with you. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's not.
that
That's not
happens a
love.
lot here, though. I
But
mean,
yeah,
we've
you're
all
right.
been there in
That
one
is
form
like
or another.
80% of SL relationships.
Oh, no, it's not possible, but yet they sit there and say it all the time. No, they're Mama Drew.
Not just even in SL, but like people that you meet online too. Like instantly, oh, I love you, marry me, blah blah blah.
Right, or they hear,
Whatever.
oh, because like they hear your voice on a radio show or whatever, and they think they know you. No, you know the personality, maybe. You might have a good indication, but you don't really know them. It takes time to really get to know somebody.
I mean, so how does that contradict with the thing of like love at first sight, right? I mean, I guess
Oh,
there is you can love someone or be in love with someone. Those two are different.
yeah, of course they're
Correct.
different. But love at first sight, okay, I don't really believe in that, but that's just my
I mean,
personal belief. I
right,
believe
right,
you
right.
can be attracted to somebody at first sight, but not really love them. You see what I'm saying?
Understand?
I feel the same way. You know, love at first sight. That is incredibly romantic and
Well, that's a great
uh,
idea in theory. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. In theory, it is absolutely hugely romantic, and that would be amazing. But in reality, a couple months down the road, that person annoys the shit out of you, and all you can think is you want to drop kick them into a wall.
Yeah. My, your little vicious side's coming out today there, Anita.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit.
You okay over there, Eppy?
Yes.
But I I do feel that instead of love at first sight, attraction at first sight, or attraction within, a certain amount of time within the first meeting, yes.
I mean,
Because
let's use Anita for an example here. Okay, she here recently admitted that she was taken by me almost immediately. Now that's not the
mhm,
same as saying, "Oh, she fell in love with me right off the bat."
I didn't, I was
Of
attracted to
course
you.
not. I never said you did. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's just, yeah, but you had to have me from the very moment you saw me. I'm just that good. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh, no, but I was very attracted. But it didn't really have anything to do with his Abby or anything like that. It was just
Personality.
personality and
Yeah, because there's so many attractive Avies in SL. So if you're just into looks, I mean, then you'll be in love with everybody.
Right.
Or
Exactly.
90%. 90%. I'm not gonna say everybody because there's some that are not
Yeah,
attractive.
I'm gonna say there's some very highly attractive Abby's that I've seen.
So, so Dave, how did you and Epi get together? That should be an interesting story.
He put a spell on me.
Oh, please. It's the other way around.
I was innocently shopping the Saturday Access sale,
And
and
so
Dave
was I.
messaged me. Dave messaged me. I didn't message him. And he was like, "Oh, I read your profile and it says you like to read profiles, so did you read mine?" And I was like, "No, I was focused on the sale, but I'll read it right now." And I read it, and then like after I read it, then I zoomed in and looked at him. And I'm sorry to say this. I don't even think I will say that part, but
Yeah, don't say
a,
that part.
a lot of men on SL, all they do is ask like for oral, like that's all they want. So
Uh-huh.
I was like, great, he's gonna ask for that, and he didn't. We had like a whole conversation, and he was nice, and he didn't ask for it. And I was like, oh. And then I can't remember. Did you friend me or did I friend you?
I friended you. I asked you if it's okay for us to continue our conversation later.
Yeah. So that was February 4th,
Fifth.
and then
No,
the
yeah.
5th.
One of
Okay,
those.
and then I think it was the 4th because we said 10 days later. Then on the 14th for Valentine's Day, you had messaged me, and I TP'd you to a club, and we didn't even dance together. He did like a single dance, and I was doing a single dance, and then after that, that was that. And then I think ever since that day, we hung out every day, right?
Every day from then.
From then
Oh,
on, and he had left, even though he has an old account, he hasn't been on SL like much.
So then it's not love at first sight, but attraction.
I don't even know if it was attraction because I think he was just like he made an account years ago but never really used it. He just came back this year, and I think he wasn't even thinking about dating or anything like that or relationships or anything like that.
She put a spell
So
on
I
me,
think he was
Elliot.
I think he was just trying to meet people, and he's a gamer, and you don't fall in love and do all of that when you're playing games, but
what kind of games
I
you
don't
play
think
there?
it was even attraction at first sight.
Oh wow, not even attraction. Okay.
I don't think his mind was thinking about that.
I mean, later on, as we started to get to know each other, it got a little different. You know, I even
Because
told
I
her, I
think
was
he
like,
didn't
I think you're
know. Yeah.
dangerous.
He didn't know about relationships or anything like that on this game. To him, that's like a new concept.
Ah,
So,
okay.
I was the one that was like telling him because I felt like he wanted a relationship. He's like, "What are you talking about?" He had no clue what that is. He's like, "What do you keep saying relationship?" And I kept
Oh,
telling him, "You need to meet other people. You need to see other people." And I just kept saying that over and over, even though we hung out daily.
well, when I say attraction, I don't mean like you instantly know you're aware that you're attracted to the person, but you're drawn to them. Because at first, when I was first started showed it up at Jack's Club, and um, the first couple times I was drawn to him. I wouldn't say that I was attracted to him right away, but I was
Mhm.
definitely drawn to him.
Mm-hmm. And that's the way it usually starts out. Unless you get one of those little psycho people around there that, you know the type I'm talking about.
I don't think we were drawn to each other. Like, I'm usually friendly, and if people send me a friend request, I'll accept it. And he wasn't like, you know how those people that just nonstop emoting? I hate that. Like, you can't even have a normal conversation because that's all they're into, emoting, emoting, emoting. He wasn't like that. And then, like, we just kept spending time together. And I liked his Abby, but I was just thinking, like, as I got to know him, I was like, he's like not the SL lifestyle that I was trying to live. Like he's a really nice guy, and I was just like, he needs to like meet people. That's what I kept thinking. He needs to like
Yeah.
be with
And
other
she
women,
kept
and
pushing me away.
yeah, because I felt like he didn't have a chance to live that SL life. So I was like, I'm living it. I'm enjoying it. You should too.
Well, that's kind of is SL life though, is your experiences. You go out, you meet people, or you get drawn to people, or it's that's part of SL.
Well, you make it
Yeah, I
whatever
kind
you
of
want
wanted
it to
him to
be.
do that because he didn't know about it, so I kind of wanted him to do that. But I still wanted. I was like with the intention that maybe I could be like his favorite girl. Like when I message him, he stopped, drops the rolls. He
Oh
goes,
my!
And she actually told me that too.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, at least she was
oh!
honest
I
about
could say so many things about that little comment, but I'll behave.
Yeah, but then we just kept hanging out and then he like we went to his place and he DJ'd for me. Like he was my little personal DJ and then like that night when he did that, like no one had ever done anything like that. So I was like so impressed and I was like I don't want you to see anyone else cuz I was like I'm going to have to tell him now before like he does start seeing people. Cuz I had a feeling he wasn't yet since he was spending all his time on me.
Okay,
so
Mama Drew,
on.
you want to talk about being drawn to people, but not in a romantic way. What exactly did you have in mind?
Are you talking about like friendships and other such relationships? Because if so, Epi's like the perfect person to talk to. Got the whole crew there.
Yeah, that's what really keeps me, that's what kept me in SL for so long because SL gets boring. And
Right.
when I made a whole bunch of friends, that's what made me stay. Because otherwise, I would come on SL on the weekends only, or I could go for months without coming on SL. But then once I started making friends, then I stayed.
That's exactly why I keep coming back after, during my long breaks, is because I've met some of the most amazing friends and people here in SL. People that you would not normally have a chance to ever get to know.
And you can also meet some black hoes in there, though, that just seem to suck you right into their drama. You gotta be careful of that, too.
Yeah, but I stay away from that. Like I don't like that.
Oh, neither do I.
But I'm talking about your like your real friends. The friends that you can confide in, that even we share like real life, you know,
Exactly.
things with. Um, because they're gonna have your back and you have the same things in common and you're just here for a good time. That's what I think. I hope most people come to SL for, just to get away from real life and the stress and
Well,
have
that's what
fun.
it should be,
Right.
anyway.
Right? Exactly.
I mean,
Now,
that's
the
actually
whole.
Especially,
why I left the first time too.
Now,
right.
Mama Drew, the whole.
Yeah,
I
because
think.
I went for like 6 months playing around and it got boring after a while.
Now, Mama Drew, I think to answer your overall question on how to draw people in, try to surround yourself with people who like the same kind of things.
Yeah.
Experiment a little bit and explore, and then keep the ones that have share your similar goals close to you, and just start
Yeah,
out
because like
there.
Anita, for example, this one's a party animal. So anytime she's at a club, she'll TP me or I'll TP her. And 99% of the time, we might be AFK. Like, it doesn't even have to be that we're actually there or she'll be doing something else. And then she'll be like, I'm going to be gone for a little bit. And she just parks there. I remember one time she even parked for like an hour. She wasn't even there and she won a contest.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a contest going on. People were like,
And I
who
was
did
like,
this?
change. Yeah, she changed real quick. And she's like, I gotta go. She was gone for an hour. She came back. She won. I don't remember. It was like 1,000 linens or whatever she won.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. I was just like, okay.
She's like, how did I win? I was like, I think you were the only one that actually wore the outfit they were asking for.
It was like black and blue or something like that.
Because there's a lot of things to do in that. So, I mean, we like to go clubbing. You can go to like panic rooms. You can go to the beach. You can go, like, basically anything you can do in real life, bowling, play
Exactly.
games, arcade, or
I
whatever.
love bowling.
So, yeah, I think it's fun to do different things um, with your friends. Like, we play trivia games or different kind of games. And we go clubbing, of course, is like the main thing.
Right.
Well, you know, a
We
lot
do a
of
lot of
people.
clubbing, but
I've had a lot of people email the station at times, and they were asking me, well, I like your show, Jack, but there's some things we need help with. And they're like having problems meeting new people and making good, solid friendships. You just gotta do what I keep, offering this type of advice. Get out there and explore. Put yourself out there, but don't put yourself out there
Yeah.
to the point to where you open yourself up to drama.
No, no. I think like you said, exploring, because like Dave gets on me about that because I stick to the same places, but it's because I like them and I like the conversations and stuff. But yeah, if you start exploring, that's how you get to when you find a place you like and you see the conversation in local chat, then you start meeting people and you
Hmm.
can see if that's where you know who you want to be friends with or not. If you don't like them or they're bothering you, you can always just block them. But
Exactly.
exploring is a good way to meet people.
Right. Or through those dramatic, toxic people as well. You can meet some very nice people. That's how I met Taylor.
I mean, yeah, even with friends, there's gonna be drama because I don't know if you noticed on our little server there was some drama the other night, but it's like real family, like real life family. There's, fights and arguments and things like that
Exactly.
that happens. So that can happen because it gets almost like real life. SL does kind of get like real life because there's real
Right.
feelings and real emotions and real personalities that are involved.
Exactly. But well, like with any real friendship, there's always going to be times where you don't agree with each other and you're going to might have slight
Exactly.
arguments, but you're not going to, you know, diss the person or drop them in a hot minute just because they disagree with you. That's
Right.
how
And
you know that those are real friends.
even at clubs or bars, like pubs and stuff like that, I've made friends there and we're still friends. Like when I went to T Boy, I really liked the club and I liked the people that worked in. We became friends. So also even at clubs you can meet people and make friends.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely. Absolutely.
And I think an easy way, if there's someone that's besides blocking, if there's someone that's like harassing you or bothering you, ask them for like 100,000 lindens, and I bet they will teleport so fast out of there they'll never contact you again.
Oh, one of SL's unspoken rules, don't be a Kevin.
Because I tried, I have this little freebie penis that I whipped out, and I thought that was going to spook this guy off. No, he was ready for more. I said, "Oh, that's not working." I said, "Okay, 50,000 linden." He teleported right on out.
Uh,
Dave, you're being awful
I'd be
quiet.
like
You all
half
right
now,
over there?
half later. I'm good.
Good. No, it's just
yep, yep. There's
go ahead.
it's like I was just gonna say, yep, there's definitely some ways you can get rid of people without too much drama and without having to blocking.
Then you also had the people that just wanted to test you to see what they can get away with too. And those can be fun people. They can be really fun. But you gotta know where to draw a line at as far as that's concerned. Now that's an interesting topic. Testing relationships and discovering your own limitations. Now, uh, Dave and Effie, are you all in the lifestyle or just playing around with it?
Are we on what?
Are you in the
In the lifestyle.
lifestyle?
What's
Be-
lifestyle?
In the
BDSM
power exchange.
lifestyle?
Like role playing?
That's more than role playing if you're a lifestyler, but yeah, I guess you can go with that terminology.
No.
Okay. What about you, Dave? Got any experience with it?
Negative. Negative.
I've done role playing relationships. I've done like I joined this group. It's called Taboo. Um and I learned a lot about like emoting, para emoting and things like that. But it just didn't work out. It wasn't I
Oh,
guess I
okay.
wasn't a good fit, I would say.
Well, different lifestyles are not for everybody. You just gotta find the one that fits you, basically. It's like
Yeah, I've
building a
explored different aspects.
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've experimented different, like role playing sims and stuff like that, but it wasn't for me. Like you said, it has to be for you.
Right. Well, you know, it's kind of like building a community. Once you get a certain type of person around you, you want to expand on it and expand on it like a family, you know, like in this Discord server. You all are some crazy people out there, now I'm telling you. You keep me laughing all the damn time.
Yeah, it can be pretty comical sometimes.
How's everybody doing over there? I haven't been able to get in Discord lately. Everybody doing all right?
They're doing good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm
Just being
doing.
themselves.
Mhm. We had a little drama the other night, but I think that got squashed.
Quick
What
in a
kind of
hurry.
drama?
Two people were like going at it, and then they ended up just blocking each other.
Oh wow.
So it was like, they should have spoken about it in private, and they did it. They took it to the group.
Yeah, that tends to happen a lot in certain communities. You see
Well,
it a
some
little
people
bit
just
everywhere,
rub
quite
each other the.
honestly.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's like, you might have a friend, like let's say I'm friends with Mama Drew, and then she has a friend that I don't like. That happens. It happens in real life. Maybe it's her boyfriend.
Right.
So it
Right.
happens, but she just didn't know how to, I guess you can't control who your friends are or their relationships.
Mm-mm.
In an ideal perfect world, yeah. If I say, look, Mama, I don't like so and so, stop being their friend. Okay, but no, this is not a perfect world. It's not gonna happen. And you can't say
Well,
that to
and
me. I'm not gonna say that to you.
right, you can't tell people who they can be friends with, but you can say, "Hey, just heads up, I don't care for this person, but I'll try to be polite."
Yeah, or if I can't
Right.
be polite, then I just won't say anything at all.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
but
If I
there's no
don't
need to
like
argue about
somebody,
it.
I'm not gonna.
Right. Or I'm not
I'm not
gonna throw
gonna.
shade and show them.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut and stand back and keep myself
Or
out of the
leave. You
situation.
don't have to stay there. I can just
Exactly.
go.
Yeah, if they start
There's
throwing
plenty of
shade at me, that
times,
I'll
there's
leave.
plenty of times like I was in situations like even role playing or whatever, and I didn't like the way it was going. I would just log out. Just plain old log out. And whenever I come back and they go, "Hey, what happened to you?" Oh, my internet went out, or oh, this and that, or whatever. I just block them completely and be done with them.
Right. Well, some people just do that kind of thing just for the attention. They are feeling lonely or neglected, so they'll throw out some little drama comments just to see who will bite. You know.
Yeah.
That's true. And that's now that you said that, there's a lot of people that they just want to be the center of attention. They want all the attention they can get.
Mm-hmm. Seen that a lot more and more in Second Life here lately, over throughout the years. But then again, I also write it off to being from a different generation.
Well, we met somebody kind of like that a while ago. Do you remember Beautiful?
Yeah. Seemed like nobody liked her. She disappeared. What happened to her?
Sure, you
She
can share
blocked
a story
everybody
there, Mama Drew.
because
BRB.
Right. Yeah, kind of threw everybody underneath the bus just to get attention herself, huh?
yeah, that's the type of toxic I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's the kind of black hole I was talking about. They just suck you into their own little drama orbit, and drain you until you're mentally spent.
Yep.
Right. But getting back to Beautiful, she was similar. And that's why she ended up blocking everybody too, is because she would create the same drama cycle with the exact same steps with any group of people she was in. And when she tried to come back and get sympathy for it, and I tried to be honest, and other people as well, she started blocking everybody.
I
And
was
that's
Mm-mm.
going
why
to
she ended up.
ask different group of people, but there hasn't been anybody in like comment in those group because then they would know that's what she's up to.
Right. So she would go to the same, to a different group of people and then create the exact same situation that she had with the previous group of people. I won't go into specifics because it was pretty messed up. And she would make the exact same drama cycle.
Sounds like she gets
And
enjoyment out of it.
A
and
lot of
yeah,
people do.
exactly. Exactly. And then, well, she wanted everybody to sympathize with her and go, "Oh, oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry that that happened to you," and blah, 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 blah. She was trying to be the center of attention in that way and try to make everybody feel sorry for her. And, you know, when she was, in fact, the person that created the drama to begin with.
Yeah. It's kind of like a hero destroying a city just to save people
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
and get praise. Yeah.
You watched The Incredibles.
Oh, wow.
That was incredible, wasn't it?
I know, I'm just being funny. Uh,
Alrighty, my little deviant ones. I think we'll be bringing the show to an end pretty soon. For those of y'all that are tuning in at a later date and decide to watch this on a rebroadcast, don't forget to share the link with your friends. Give us a thumbs up if you like what the content we produce. And don't forget to all your friends about Jack's World. Dive in deeper at the webpage, jackbatson.com, and I will see you all on the other side. I want to thank all our guests here tonight. Let's see, Epi, Dave, Mama Drew, and Anita. Y'all are great as always. Y'all want to say
Thank
anything
you.
in closing?
Bye-bye.
Is that all you got to say is bye?
No,
Wow.
I
Hello?
think like in life you just have to give it a chance. And like you said, Jack, like explore and go
Right.
different places. And there's a lot of things you could do, even things you like in real life. Gardening, like whatever. There's anything you can think of, you can do it here. But if your main goal is to make friends, just travel and talk to people.
And
Oh,
be
yeah.
yourself.
Oh,
True.
excuse
So
me.
far.
But just make sure that you guard yourself in all aspects. Don't share too much too soon. Really take time to get to know somebody. And don't assume that you
Yeah,
know
especially real
somebody.
life stuff.
Yeah. And don't assume you know somebody after 5 minutes either. You're setting yourself up for
Right.
a lot of pain when you do that. Alrighty, my little deviant ones, y'all have a great day, and I will see you on the grid. This has been Jack Action Show. Oh yeah, babies.
Reminds me of that one neighbor we had.
All right, we're clear.